Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak, where we are about to finish off the rounds, finally. Wendell, guess what? The cops put out more wanted posters for that cat thief woman again. There's all sorts of rumors about her, like how she's got a heart of gold, or how it's actually a team of thieves and whatnot. The list goes on. Dude, I know you run into some crazy stuff while you're out bicycling. You're like a magnet for it. You ever see her around town? Do you have to put it like that? You make it sound like I go out of my way to attract weird things to me when I really don't. But since you asked, I was out riding a couple of nights ago when I happened to look up. I think I might have seen someone running across rooftops. I lost sight of them immediately though, so who knows what it was. Might have just been some monkey. It sounds like what Wendell saw was more average phantom thief, jumping and flying around with superhuman skill. The kind we've all heard before. What a letdown. I was hoping he saw something unusual. Damn. Don't get me wrong, it's fun being able to meet all kinds of people while cycling around, but sometimes I come across some pretty inexplicable things, which then gets my friend really excited. I'm not a fan.
Thanks for stopping by. What'll you have today?
Ooh, gotta buy that.
Thanks for coming.
Welcome. If you've been searching for the most legit Eastern food Edith's got, then look no more. We don't cut any corners around here. All of our ingredients are sourced straight from the Eastern Quarter, and so are all of our stuff. I'm not so special though. I only work here part-time. Do you know Kohan? We're the same age, and he works in the kitchen, but he's at the very bottom of the totem pole. He's also kinda antisocial. I don't think he's very cut out to be waiting tables, if you ask me. He's way in over his head. But it's okay, because he's got a capable person looking after him. Me. Welcome to Saijun, Edith's #1 home for Eastern cuisine. You won't find a single restaurant in this city with more authentic food, I guarantee it. I've never been inside here before. It looks very nice and clean. Yeah, and the food smells great. It's making me hungry. That's very kind of you to say, thank you. Well, if it isn't the chief of Arkwright Solutions himself, how kind of you to grace us with your presence. Please do make yourself at home, good sir. It is my honor and pleasure to serve such a distinguished guest. Yeah, whatever. That was an odd exchange. Are they acquainted? You ladies both look like bright young women. We'll serve you the finest Eastern cuisine you'll ever taste, so we hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, and same to you, Mr. Arkwright. Enjoy your meal. This lady ticks me off. Okay, yes, they're definitely acquainted.
This tastes great.
Hey, where'd the chef go? Oh, hey. Greetings. Please take your time while you're here. Relax and enjoy.
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
Well, you're stuck with me all day, ladies. I know I've been able to come home more lately, but I still want to make every minute of this holiday count, so I'm spending it all with you. I can't tell who's talking. That's so sweet, Coolio. You really don't have to fret so much about us, really. All that constant traveling to and from here must be getting to you. Look at Amiya. She's 6 now. She's doing okay. No. This is about me fretting over you two. I wouldn't have it any other way. The nice thing about getting assigned to the Crossbow Consulate is that it's much easier for me to travel in and out. Much less paperwork. Plus, you're right. Amiya is 6. How could I not come to see my daughter's beautiful little face now that she's growing up fast? Daddy, I want to see a movie. Okay, sweetheart. Once we're done eating, we'll go see a movie together. I work as a diplomat, so it's rare for me to get any time to see my family. On the flip side, it's fun to discover just how much my daughter has grown since I last saw her. Either way, it goes without saying, I'll always cherish these chances we have. I don't really remember when Daddy went to Erebonia, but I remember drawing him a picture. I think all I wanted was to play together as a family once he came back. Him, me, and Mommy. I I really appreciate my husband coming back home to see us more frequently, but I worry the constant back and forth is wearing him out. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely better than when he was stationed in Erebonia. We couldn't see him at all while he was out there. I just want him to push him. I just don't want him to push himself too hard. Hello, you're Jess, aren't you? Hey, haven't I seen you guys before? We've met before, yes. It's good to see you.
We're with Arc Red Solutions. Put out a request asking for our help, yeah? That's what we're here to talk about. Care to fill us in on what's going on?
Wow, you really came after me. I mean, not that I doubted you guys or anything, but still. Anyway, you guys should probably sit down. It's gonna take me a while to explain everything.
I try to sip some water.
So, to give you guys a brief introduction, as you know, my name's Jess. I'm a singer and songwriter, if I can even really call myself that. I just started doing all that pretty recently, so it's not like I'm famous or anything. Well, I thought your music was really great when I heard it earlier. You should be proud of it. Was it really? Oh, I wish I could have heard it. Thanks. You girls are too kind. And now that I think about it, I feel like I've been seeing you guys more and more around my neighborhood.
That's probably because our office is located in Old Town.
Oh, no kidding. That's where the three of us live. That's neat. Who else do you live with?
I live with some friends I've known since we were kids. We all came up to Edith from the countryside and decided a room together. One of them is this guy named Raymond. He works at the flower shop. The other is Raymond's older sister, Carol. She works at the boutique. Gotcha. Good to know.
And just to be clear, I promise not to go around talking to people about you guys or anything. This isn't exactly the sort of request I want Raymond and Carol to know about, so it's really for the best. You wrote that you wanted us to remove your information from somebody's notebook. Could you go into a little more detail? Sure, but before I do, I need to ask. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Giacomo before? Did you say Giacomo?
You could say we know him, for better or for worse.
Oh great, that saves me the trouble of having to explain who he is. Basically, the notebook I wrote about is this one. Is the one he keeps full of material to blackmail people. Yikes, I knew that notebook wasn't good news based on the title of your request, but that sounds super bad.
Can't say I'm surprised he had such a thing, but doesn't put it any better light, that's for damn sure. How'd you find out you were in his little black book?
Well, once I started to make a name for myself doing music stuff, he ambushed me outside the concert hall one day. What he said really freaked me out. He told me that he knew my secret. If I didn't want it getting out to the wrong guy, I'd have to help him with his work. I haven't seen Giacomo at all since then, but I want that information scrubbed out of his notebook before he has a chance to do anything with it. That's despicable. It's one thing to play dirty on the battlefield, but threatening a private citizen is just whoa. Hold on a second. Van, weren't you talking about Giacomo just the other day?
Yeah, and for a reason our client here might like to know. Giacomo's dead. I can't go into the specific circumstances of what happened with someone like you, but I figured it's worth clearing up that much.
Are you serious? I had no idea. Now I'm worried. If he's dead, what could have happened to the notebook? Ordinarily, something like that would be in the custody of the police.
But this is Giacomo we're talking about. He wouldn't let one of the tools of his trade fall into the hands of the police so easily. My bet is he kept it hidden. Odds are about 50-50 as to whether the cops managed to uncover it or not. It's probably in our best interest to figure out where he stashed it, or what became of it.
Sure, that makes sense to me. Even if the police might have it in their possession, I'd appreciate you guys going out and checking just to make sure. What do you say, Van? Are we gonna help him?
Don't worry, we'll take the case. Our first stop should probably be Giacomo's two hideouts that we visited before. We should sift through them and see what we can find. I'm sure the guy had other spots while he was alive, but with any luck, something will turn up and we won't have to go through any more trouble.
That makes sense. We already know where the two hideouts are, so we might as well investigate them. Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see you guys do your thing. I'm sure I'm gonna learn a lot being a Spriggan.
Once we come to some sort of conclusion, we'll be sure to contact you with whatever news we have. Until then, sit tight. We've got you covered.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how much I appreciate it.
Time to start working.
I think I'll try writing some music here for once. I mean, we settled on this place because the other two hardly come here as far as I know, but it's actually pretty relaxing here, so I think I'll just keep hanging out here for a while. Anyway, thanks for handling my request. I, really appreciate it.
Wait, what?
Is that?
What's up? Oh, it's Agnes. She must be working today. Those two must be the ones she told me about, but she didn't mention that the guy's a total cutie. Oh, I wish I had a fun part-time job like her.
Agnes has a job? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of it?
Besties tell each other everything, you know. What, you jealous?
I'm just concerned about my friend, that's all. So, what kind of job is it?
I think she said they investigate stuff for people. And apparently they're helping her look for something while they work. That's all I know, honest.
That's so vague. Are you sure it's not shady?
I assure you, there's nothing to worry about.
There you are.
Ah.
How can you be so certain? Do you know something we don't?
You could say that.
God damn, her voice now is like, whoa. I mean, her voice in Cold Steel 4, and I'm sure in Rivery. Apparently, I actually found this out the other day. Her voice actress was also the same voice actress from the first, from Sky. So Estelle, Joshua, and Renee, at least until she aged to now, had the same voices, which is really amazing when you think about it.
She came to me about working, and because she performs her duties so admirably, I told her she's free to do what she wants on her days off. But enough about that. Let's finish our business and return to school. I bought some excellent tea for you both to try.
Nice! We've got to grab some scones to go with them.
Hold on! You didn't explain anything!
What are you doing here?
Arcride, you made it. I called him over to hash out some important business.
You heard the man? Quit carrying daggers at me.
It's, good to see you again. The same to you. Let me guess, you're working again today? And then there's this one. Oh, right, my name is Farida Al-Fayed. I work with Agnes and Van now. I'm still learning the ropes, but I'll take on any job, no matter how dangerous.
Come on, you think I had a choice in this? Besides, it's plain as day she ain't your average kid.
Are you a Jaeger by any chance? Yes, I'm from the Warriors of Kruga. Well, until I got kicked out, that is.
I see. So you were involved in what happened in Creole. This is the topic I was hoping to discuss. Mind filling us in on what went down? Alva's story was full of holes. I'll tell you what I can, but nothing about my clients. That Walter's just full of surprises. Old friend of yours, right? Heard you used to run together with your Taito stuff. Your info gathering served you well. We trained under the same master until Walter lost his way over 10 years ago. But that's enough about me. It's interesting that the Society sent an enforcer after A's people.
Agreed. I could have easily seen them joining forces at some point. Though that seems out of the question now.
As far as I know, the Society's been quiet the last or so year. Guessing you guys are still chasing them. They're always a concern, but we hardly prioritize them over Armada right now.
Yeah, itchy. All that aside, I'm curious how deceased Jaegers were able to get up and move around.
Your Berserker buddy was seeing things. None of that happened.
Don't try that with me. There were sightings of monsters behaving strangely too. And Alvis isn't our only witness. A police officer, also at the scene, saw the Ice and Shield leader I'm sorry. That was very insensitive of me.
Well, I'm sure you've got your reasons for keeping quiet. We're up to our ears in work as it is, so it's not like we can help out with whatever you're dealing with. Maybe it's about time to call in some backup.
Bracers from the other Calvadarian branches, I presume? Actually, no, we're short-staffed nationwide. That branches are already sharing personnel to get by. We've been toying with bringing in someone from another country to help ease the load.
Unfortunately, whether they can come or not is still up in the air. So for the time being, I'll just have to dump as much work on you as I can take.
Bucko, we've got plenty to deal with already, you know. Don't worry, I'm with you guys now, remember? Farida, please, take care of yourself. And Van, from now on, I'll be sending your tasks straight to your Zypha via orb mail. If an emergency happens, I may need to call. Don't ignore me if I do, alright?
Sure thing.
Come on, I'm begging you.
You must be Arkwright Solutions' new recruit. I know you're still pretty much a rookie, but I'm rooting for you, kiddo.
Thanks. Everyone's been keeping an eye on me.
Who wouldn't? Almost like you're not aware you're a Jaeger.
The guild and the Jaeger Corps are basically like cats and dogs, but I feel like Fairy's better suited for our kind of work.
At least she's in good company. She's a cougar too. Should be okay to leave it alone for now at least. Getting down to business. We've confirmed movement from both Armada's leaders and our Ouroboros enforcers. There's been movement from both of them the past few years, and we're all aware of Hayue's movements, so we need to figure out how to go about handling the film festival.
I have a rough idea of what's going on, but it's still not fully adding up. We need to be careful when dealing with Armada. Still, can't afford to rest on my laurels. I'll take advantage of Alvis and Regina filling in for me on that trip to look into things further. I'd appreciate it if you guys kept your heads well in the meantime. And Van, let us know if something comes up.
Yeah. Well, we can't afford to ignore Ouroboros right now. Armada's our priority. There are other things I wish I could look into, but I'm really busy too. I'm counting on you guys too. Don't disappoint.
Okay, so... what am I missing here? What could I be missing here? Outside? Outside and do what? Oh right, the underground ruins, gotta explore that. Gotta explore both places, right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Hopefully I won't have to really do any fighting for it.
This place never changes.
Inside.
Arts work
Gonna
best on this
ignore
enemy.
all of you. No reason to fight any of you.
I'll take it from here.
Whoa.
This could get tricky
Whoa,
with
whoa,
so
whoa,
many.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I forgot I could have teleported here, couldn't I? Oh, fuck me.
Here we are. This is one of Giacomo's old bases.
Sure enough, it looks as though the police have already seized everything he left behind here. You never know. It's still possible they overlooked something.
My thoughts exactly. Let's give this place a good comb over and see what we can find.
The group examined the markings on the floor with scrutinous eyes, but nothing appeared to be out of the ordinary.
Must have figured writing something on the floor would be too obvious. Let's try somewhere more out of sight. Somewhere people will be likely to overlook.
I like that idea. Let's try searching somewhere else then.
Alrighty.
There is this... well, you know that thing. I was wondering if we might find some letters written on the candles or something, but it doesn't look like it. I guess we'll just have to look somewhere else.
There's a button.
Is it just me, or does this brick look different?
Yeah, it looks like it was made with a different kind of clay. Try poking around and just in case.
Van gave the brick and all those surrounding it a light knock. The one that looks different sounds different too. It was a lot lighter. I've read stories where bricks are used as switches. I wonder if it could be the case here.
Only one way to find out. I don't think we can outright remove it, but we can at least shift it around a bit.
After moving the brick, they discovered that letters were written upon its surface. Something's written on it. It says TE203.
Let's put it back how it was before we think on it.
I wonder if this is some kind of code. This is by itself doesn't really give us enough to go on.
Maybe it's one of those ciphers where you need to collect all the pieces to understand the meaning. Okay, still not sure if this code's gonna take us to wherever the blackmail book is, but we gotta keep at it. Not much else caught my eye in this hideout. Don't think we're gonna find anything else unless we keep it. Let's get out of here.
Next is the underground hideout in the riverside. Let's get going.
Heading to the objective.
I heard something from the room ahead of us. There's people inside? Several people. Maybe it's Almada? I hope not.
Nah, I doubt it. Probably just who exactly we want to see. Let's head in. Hello there, officers. How you liking this spot? You come by here often? Hope you find what you're looking for. I should be asking you that question. What's a punk like you doing here? And you brought a child along this time? There is a police investigation underway here. Civilians are not allowed on the premises. Ah, come on, don't be like that. I just stopped by on a job. Guess you guys are looking for something too, huh? If you already know, then why are you asking? It's not like I'll tell you anything else either. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me what kind of job you're taking that brought you back here? This doesn't have to be a questioning, though I don't mind taking you along to the station for an interview. Voluntarily, of course. Hey, whoa there, hold on. I ain't trying to pick a fight. We got our own business around here. What do you say I scratch your back and you help you look for whatever it is you're trying to find? Who knows? Maybe an outsider's perspective will help things along better than you could, Inspector. And of course, we'll tell you about anything we find. No secrets here.
I know we're asking for a lot, but please consider making an exception this time. Of course, we won't get in your way, Inspector. I can even go out and clean up the waterway monsters, so things are a little safer around here.
As in you're going to fight them. Damn it, kid. Maybe let me handle this one. Anyway, please. You can, trust me a little more on this. If supervision would make you feel better, you can always have someone watch us. You're shameless. Think you can just come in and just ask me to trust you. And yet the CID trusts you, if ever so lightly. I'd quite like to find out just what about you is worthy of that trust, assuming there's anything at all.
Can we go in then?
Yes, but if you so much as twitch in a suspicious way, I'll have cuffs on you before you notice.
Thank you so much, Inspector.
Okay, excuse us then. Was that the suspicious way? You called yourselves Arkwright Solutions, if I recall. I swear you couldn't be more suspicious if you tried. But if you insist that you're worthy of a fragment of our trust, go ahead and prove it. It's a flyer for the taco stand.
Come to think of it, we met Giacomo right in front of that taco stand. You mentioned he was a regular there, usually on Wednesdays. Tacos. I could go for a taco right now. I wonder what I should get. Their menu's on the back of the flyer, yeah? Barry tugged on the taco stand flyer. I can't get it off. It's stuck to the wall and all I can lift is the corner. Oh wait, hold on. Look, there's something written in the corner here. Is this a code of some sort? You're right.
Good one, Farida. And let me take a look.
I have no idea what this means.
No clue either. This one's not gonna be easy. We're gonna need a key to decipher the code in the first place.
I think I know what to do with the no slash. The other code has a /TE, and if we put them together, it says as a notebook. It says note as a notebook. You're right. It doesn't necessarily mean that this leads to the book we're looking for, but at the very least, they're connected. That's a good start.
We need to figure out the remaining code and what the 203 meant. And a taco flyer is a whack place to put a code on. He must have been real hardcore about his tacos to come up with something like this. He did go every week.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice to see you three having so much fun in our crime scene? Well, did you find anything? I'll remind you that tampering with evidence is a crime punishable by law, but you might just look nice behind bars and in a prison suit. Hey, cool it there. We were just about to show you. Take a look for yourself. Giacomo left some sort of code on here. I do see something's written, but are you sure it's a code? Sure? Nah, not until I decode it anyway. Guess you're not just all talk then. Hate to say it, but you did help in our investigation. Nice. If I get to earn a favor from the cops, then that's a win in my book. I found what I was looking for, so we'll be leaving now. Hold up. Don't think you can play me for a fool here. I've got an idea as to what you're after. Let me ask you this. What will you do with it once you find it? Got no idea what you're talking about, Inspector. Don't play coy with me. We're well aware Giacomo had a thing for collecting information for blackmailing purposes. We've so far been unable to locate said information. It wasn't with any of his possessions. It's a safe assumption on our part that he might have had of such info hidden somewhere in the city. That code might very well lead us to at least part of that information once solved. I know what you're on about, so let's not play any games here, Spriggan. Sorry, but I can't go tattling on a client. I got a job to do here, and my own rules is to stick by as Spriggan. I have to put my client's wishes first and foremost. Whether it's in the best interest of the police or not, that's not really any of my business. Alright, but I'll be keeping an eye on you and making sure you don't use Giacomo's secrets for anything problematic. You do, and I'll be more than happy to throw you behind bars. I think that's just as much justification as I need. Regardless, thank you for your assistance, Arkwright Solutions. I'll pray to the gods that you continue being this cooperative with the police in the future. Yeah.
Sorry for bothering you, and thanks. Thank you for your assistance too, Inspector.
Okay, back to business. Time to crack this little riddle out and figure out what the hell that whole thing meant.
We need a key to solve this, don't we? I didn't see any more hints. I don't know what to do. Maybe we're missing something. Like in his hideout or something? There was a sofa, the liquor bottles, and several containers. And there's the taco stand flyer where Fairy found the code.
The taco stand flyer. Might be a lead worth looking into. It was real fond of that taco joint. Hell, the code itself was on the flyer. I don't think it's just a coincidence. That's not the kind of guy Giacomo was. He was very cautious.
So let's go to the taco stand. Back to Riverside's, Riverside.
I'm on it.
Banner launch.
I guess
Off
I'm
we go.
closer this way.
'Cause every night I will save your life.